I'm going to tell you the reason why I started doing jiu-jitsu. So, before I moved to England, when I was younger, I lived in Romania. In Eastern Europe, wrestling, it's such a popular sport. Wrestling, judo is very popular there. So I did a few years of freestyle wrestling, and afterwards I moved to England when I was younger, and I stopped. After a few months after I moved to England, I started going to the gym because I managed to make enough money to afford my gym membership. But that's a different story. So I've been training, just doing weights. I love doing weights, but after a while it becomes quite samey. And after a few years, so let's say I've been doing weights now for 17 years. A few years, I think it's 3 years ago or 4 years ago, one of my friends, good friends, Jason Bennett, he started doing BJJ, and he was like, well, you should give it a go. He's very excited. Like all the jiu-jitsu players, everybody who starts training, they're all excited. So he's always trying to like get my back, choke me, get into Americano or something. And I said, well, I used to do wrestling, you know, I should know this. Anyway, so he said, look, either come join my club, which is similar distance to my club, but they train at different times, so it didn't work for me. So I said, I'm going to look for a local club and I'm going to give that a go. So I found this club in Warwick. If you are from England, so you should know. I found this club, takes me around 20 minutes to get there. And first session, I went with a friend actually. And when there, first session, I was around 92 kilos. There's a guy there probably he was 60 kilos. He choked the shit out of me. Yeah, it was like arm barring me, rear naked choke. He'd take my back, just keep tapping. It's like, fuck. If this person who's like much weaker, doesn't have my size, doesn't have my strength, can choke the shit out of me, look, I need to learn this. So I just got hooked. I was probably the worst person in that group. Didn't know anything, but I said, okay. Obviously, everybody has a start. Just be persistent, and eventually you're gonna learn. So I had to kind of put my ego to a side. Then I said, look, I'm gonna commit for 3 months. And I started with 2-3 sessions a week, and eventually you start to learn. And after a while, you'll get new belts. New white belts coming in, like you. I was a white belt, and you apply what you learned on the new ones because they don't know that. I'm like, oh shit, this is working, and that's how you learn. So that was the reason, and now I've been doing it for 2 years, and yeah, it's a good sport to know. And the thing what I like the most about it, you go there and you're very present. You don't really have time to think about your taxes or that was weird. So you don't have time to think about your taxes. You don't have time to think about any other problems you have. So you become very present. Another thing what I like about BJJ is just it's a good challenger for your mind. So you need to kind of come up with solutions, like playing chess, and I love playing chess. You need to come up with solutions, how you can lay traps for people to fall into and afterwards choke them or break their arm. Obviously you're not doing that, but you can do that if you want to. And it's good for self-defense. That is the reason why I started training, doing BJJ. And if you're on the fence about it, go and try it. And like me, go and say, look, I'm going to commit to 60 days and see how it goes. First week is going to be hell. Just go then, expect to be the worst person. Put your ego to a side and expect, look, I'm just going to get battered, okay? If you go to a good gym, they're not going to injure you. If you go to a gym, I don't know any bad gyms, but some will, you'll like meet people who have big egos and they will probably, there's a risk of them injuring you. So, but be careful, do your research, okay? See you later.